Bush will chase it up against Gorat, and he doesn't really have much in the way of a chance. Those two will have a bit of an earnest conversation. And Gorat doesn't look interested, and now he is not really given much of a choice. Bush and Gorat will go in the Panthers zone. Right hands from both of them as Gorat's helmet is sort of hanging off of the arm of Bush. A good solid tilt here on this one, as eventually it sort of becomes almost an amateur wrestling match towards the end of it. Lovely work there by Watson, who will advance up ice. That's gone into the middle. Alvaro to Waller. Alvaro has Jacob! It just hits the bodies in front as well as a bit of Stover. And that's been blown dead as the interference call is there, and it looks like we've got everybody jumping in. Bodies all over the place. Alini is rabbit punching Jacob, who's finally managed to get a hold of him after some of their altercations earlier, but
maybe run the rule over that in the Devils debrief at the end of the game, but it has changed. And that was a back and forth, and now we're going to get gloves off. Uremko has dropped them, and we're going to get unloaded from Uremko, rights and rights. They're not really going to get any further. Uremko's still throwing though. This was always going to boil over. The Devils have done their job on the scoreboard, and now want to put their stamp on the physicality. Bush is diving in as well. And there's probably going to be about an 8-man in penalty at this rate.
Send it in to the half wall. Luciani aiming for the slot. It's come out in front for Mismash. He just couldn't put anything on it. And then, whoa, boy, oh boy, he gets a big old glove punch from Gravel. They might fight in the corner. They are going to fight in the corner. Gravel with a big right hand. Mismash will answer. They go up against the boards, and eventually the linesman will step in as, well, you don't often see a fight in overtime, and that one between Grant Mismash and Gravel will give a bit of life to this game and a bit of spice as we are in overtime.
This has been the danger line. Yulee looking for the hat trick. It's going to go off Langan up and out of play. Strang, well, Strang just threw a punch. And now we've got a fight. Strang and Kelb going toe-to-toe, and Kelb got a right in. Strang throws a right. And this was a bit of, it came out of nowhere. Strang was trying to get to the crease. And Kelb just tried to box out against him, and certainly Ethan Strang not known for that part of his game. He threw the first punch, and he actually threw a punch with the glove on, and Kelb responded as you would. You have to protect yourself, but a spirited affair. Kelb and Strang.
Side. Watson into stride for Yulee, but good work by Barrow. And while Barrow and Yulee are having a very earnest conversation, and pushes in to make a point, and we are going to have some issues here as people are starting to jump in. Yulee is absolutely furious with Ryan Barrow. You've got both referees involved in this as well, as this battle is going on the wall.
By Yulee. He's got the speed to get this. Oh, what a hit by Bedrea. And it's going to be a call on the play here. Bedrea is going to go.
We're going on the blue line.
The Guildford Flames didn't like that hit by Bedrea.
Got a melee now. There's about 6 players in there.
Bedrea good dead.
The linesman in trying to pull apart as well. Ben Lake.
Travis Brown in
Travis
there
Brown,
as well.
Ben Lake wants to go.
Lake.
Ben Lake's still going after somebody. I can't see who that is.
Yeah, Ben Lake he's going after. Let's see if we can see that hit again on the replay.
Jacob's gone into the box already. It looks like Gravel's been ejected.
So a big hit. Bedrea. Let's see what Bedrea is going to be called for.
He's going into the box.
Let's see, Bedrea is actually wanting the attention of Jacob.
Gravel's still over at the bench. I thought he was being told to leave the game, maybe not.
A big battle here, and certainly, well, Bush and and one of the Manchester Storm players, I can't quite see from this distance, have wrestled each other to the ground in Derrida's crease. Watson's joined in, Nixon has joined in, and there's an earnest exchange of views going around. Base hook goes to the net, comes across to Racine, saved by Derrida. And now Kugler and Genyon will exchange pleasantries, and the gloves are off, and we're going to have a proper set too, as Kugler and Genyon will fight in front of the Manchester net. Net's in the way. Rights from Kugler, rights from Genyon as they tumble to the ice. And that one, you feel, has been brewing in this second period over the last 10, 15 minutes or so of game time. Dante Hanoun back to Heinen, turns, fires, glove, save, Taz Berman. And Kane's making a bit of contact there, and this has caused everybody to jump in. Bush is tied up with Heinen, Travis Brown is getting very, very physical with Keynes himself, and well, McLean tries to play it in front to Lacroix. It's loose. McLean gets his stick hooked away from him, and we're going to get a fight here as Racine just sort of ends up ragdolling Cedric Lacroix a little bit.
Cole Uwins now back to T-Sync as it across the far side. Hector Kugler as Jeremy Masala is just shoving him back and forward over there. Masala, we know, is not scared to drop the gloves. Mila Lucic just shoves Bush out the way. Jeremy Masala, he's certainly getting them in. Oh, he is giving Jake Kugler an absolute hiding here.
Yeah.
Jake Kugler won't mind too much in terms of the scoreboard, but he's certainly got a wee bit of sore face for a few hours. Jeremy Masala, certainly not his first fight this season.
Across the blue line, into the centre for Kugler. Took a wee second to control, it's loose in front. Oh, and he's going to get some shoving here, as Cruz had that covered for sure. I think they're going to go as well. Oh, Moore goes down. Tell you what, it's yeah. Oh, Bush. What a wee punch go there when Moore was on the floor. Yeah, Craig Moore sticking it for a goal there. Crowd always like that. Cruz definitely had that puck covered. Bush in front. Yanks the lid off. Yeah, Bush. Well, a wee one go there. It's 1:45 left in the second period, so Moore will skate to the dressing room. And I imagine Bush will as well. Send that the length of the building. Oh, referee's right and looking at that one there, and has not put his hand in the air. That is absolutely insane. Play is still continuing here.
How there's no call there is a disgrace.
Flames move across the line. Fired in. Save again by Cruz and has it covered.
This is a mad one.
Well, that is
call on that is
unbelievable.
absolutely unbelievable.
Yes. Bowden's trying to force the issue here. Well, that's going to be the behind the goal camera on that one will be very revealing.
That is extremely poor decision making. Now that's terrible. And that was even allowed to happen.
And now the hand goes up from the referee.
Yeah, far too late, I'm afraid. And these are the decisions, Dave, that you need officials to make on the ice. That's unbelievable. To miss that.
So he didn't miss it. He was looking right at it and
to leave it,
decided against it.
To miss the call. Unbelievable.
So nothing's happened. Penalties will happen. And we'll be back underway. So let's have a look at this one though. Stick Cummins in there. Cruz decides.
Still going on, Dave. Still going on.
Yeah, let's have a look at this on the replay.
Perhaps when officials don't control the game.
Shoves the goalie over.
And there's an official staring at it. That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
That is madness.
Yeah, what's that saying? Opinions are like elbows. Everyone has one or two.
I don't think there's much an opinion on that. It's clear, isn't it?
Well,
obviously thinks otherwise. He is the gear now, isn't he?
Yeah. But look, you know, I mean, you can't push somebody down. You can't push your goaltender in. Crazy.
So yeah, that set things off, didn't it?
That did.
Jacombe takes his place in the penalty box.
The Guildford Flames fans, they want the kids on the mic again, by the way, Dave.
That's fine.
I didn't realise that happened
put them up now.
at the end of the second period. I'll hand them the mic again at the end of the game, right? So you could choose to just dip in and out of their conversation.
Well, the power play for the Flames has gone. We're now 4-on-4 for 1:26. So face off, Stars offensive zone. It's out for Dow. Dow across to the boards for Nass then. Nass finds Moore. Moore skates us into the corner. Moves behind the goal as well. Skates it all the way around. Oh, crazy. Chance here for Kelly in front. Shoots one. Blocked. Chance on the rebound for Dow. Oh, the player's down on the ice here. They need to blow this play stop. The play needs to stop. Yeah, not good at all.
So the officials have kind of lost control of this one, Dave.
Yeah, the players are going to start to take things into their own hands here, I think.
Yeah.
Dow giving Racine the stare there. He's okay, back to the skates. Medical team not required. Could have been dangerous, that one though. Straight into the boards. Yeah, and Bowden's as the A speaking to the referees about that one. Tell you what, Emil Cruz was quite far away and was jumping around in the crease when he saw that one. So discussion in the ref crease then.
Well, I'll tell you, so this has been entertaining, right?
No call coming.
Forward, and it's an incredibly hard pass by Barrow that Lacroix does a good job of controlling and finishing the dump in. Is a huge hit by Barrow. And Barrow and Gosselin are going to drop the gloves after that hit. And well, we wanted some action in the game. We wanted some talking points. There you go. Huge hit by Ryan Barrow. And fair play to Gosselin for standing up for his teammate. Good work by Travis Brown to try and freeze the puck against the back of the net. And Racine stepped into Johnson, and well, Cutler has had enough. And he and Racine will drop the gloves. Racine with the right, Cutler with the right. And a few shots there from Jonathan Racine as Brandon Cutler. So Alvaro couldn't take it cleanly, tries to tie up sticks and sights. We'll just have it taken away by Perlini. Racine finishes his hit on Cedric Lacroix. Had to time that, and instead these two are going to go. Lacroix didn't like the hit, and Racine will put Lacroix down to the ice. Here. Put low to high. Utley fires this into traffic, it's loose in front, Stover can't find it, and it's found its way in! And Helgeson grabs a hold of Jack Jacombe, and as the light show is going off, everyone's grabbing a hold of everybody else. Well, I don't know what the scorecards will say if you were judging it as a boxing match, but the only metric that matters is the scoreboard. 2-1 Guildford. Alini will put it high for Olszewski. As Alini and Racine will battle away. The shot comes in and deflects in front as Alini and Racine. You do wonder if they're going to go again here, and they will. Be a second fight of the night for Jonathan Racine. As Alini and Racine were just batting away at each other. As they were battling the flame zone, holding on to each other, and Racine with the jab. just holding Alini at bay. The longer reaches, Racine will reach over the top with the right. More jabs from Racine, and this one doesn't really go very far. As Racine is ushered towards the room, but a second fight of the night will take him out of the action. Hook has Gosselin for company. Hook to Gosselin. There's going to be a penalty on the play. Prezuzzo will wrap it back down low, and now Prezuzzo and Power, and somebody's come charging in. It's Watson who's had enough of the antics, and we're going to get some very earnest words as Racine looks like he's trying to pull himself away from the action. Luciani's now tied up with Watson. Prezuzzo and Power are grabbing a hold of each other still. And well, it looks like these two are going to go. Prezuzzo grabs it as Power dropped his gloves, so Prezuzzo did him the favour and has finished the argument. Wah isolated, so we'll chip past everyone and go for a skate. Fazio thought about coming out, and Wah made contact with Fazio that was unavoidable, and Ben Solder is going to force the issue. And these two will go at it behind the net, and they tumble to the ice. Have now managed to make their way down the net. Watson is there in front at the top of the crease, and he just can't quite control it. Nielsen did enough to cause the pressure, but has lost his stick into the bargain as, well, McKay is holding on to Jacome's stick, and now everybody's piling in. As McKay was holding on to Jacome's stick, Jacome gave him a shove, when McKay stood up and shoved Jacome back. Well, in emergency, break glass for Tyler Bush in those kind of moments. It's off. The shot from Jasper well over the bar as, well, there's contact made with Fazio, and Racine and Watson are all in now, and there's punches being thrown in this pile. As Watson and Huitala are together, as Huitala misses with all of his punches and then just sort of wrestles Watson to the ground. Racine throwing punches into the bargain as well. But contact was made with Fazio. Harper turns, fires. No traffic in front as well. Cormier and Jacome are now going to have a very earnest conversation. As again, are coming together. And as you can see there, it's gone on a little bit longer than anybody potentially would have liked. Certainly the officials are unhappy. Dowd will bank off of the end balls to Southland to allow the pass forward, and Racine lines up Evan Jasper. And Tansey is not happy, they're going to go. And Racine rips off the helmet of Tansey, and the rights are starting to come in from Jonathan Racine. Tansey not offering much back at the moment as the uppercut comes in from Racine.